Have you ever wondered how some people manage to save money effortlessly while others struggle with it? It's a question that has puzzled many. After all, aren't we all trying to secure a comfortable future? Welcome to the world of savings, a world that may seem daunting but is, in reality, simply about mastering a few key principles. Today, we move beyond the realm of curiosity and dive into the heart of this fascinating subject. We'll explore practical and effective strategies that can guide you towards improving your savings. It's not about depriving yourself of life's pleasures, but rather about making informed decisions that can chart a course towards financial stability. From setting financial goals to tracking your spending, from cutting unnecessary expenses to building a sturdy emergency fund, we'll walk you through it all. So, are you ready to embark on this journey towards financial empowerment? Stay tuned to uncover the secrets behind effective savings. The first step towards improving your savings is setting clear financial goals. Imagine setting off on a journey without a destination in mind. You might enjoy the ride, but you'll likely end up driving in circles, wasting precious fuel. The same applies to your financial journey. Without clear financial goals, you may find yourself running aimlessly in the financial wilderness. Financial goals are the heart of financial planning. They give you a clear roadmap to follow, directing your savings efforts towards meaningful destinations. If you know where you're going, it's easier to stay motivated and keep your eyes on the prize. But what do these financial goals look like? Well, they can be as unique as you are. They could be short-term goals like saving for a vacation, buying a new laptop, or creating a rainy day fund. These are goals you want to achieve within the next year or two. On the other hand, long-term goals might include saving for a house, planning for your children's education, or building a retirement nest egg. These goals usually span over several years, even decades. When setting your financial goals, consider what's important to you. What are your dreams, your desires, your needs? Once you've identified these, you can then break them down into achievable steps. For instance, if you aim to buy a house in 10 years, determine how much you need to save each year, each month, even each day to reach that goal. Remember, your financial goals should be SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This means you should clearly define what you want to achieve, be able to track your progress, ensure the goal is within your reach, align it with your overall financial plan, and set a specific deadline for it. Setting financial goals might seem daunting at first, but with a bit of time and thought, it can become an empowering exercise, giving you control over your financial future. Remember, without a destination, you'll never know when you've arrived. The next step in improving your savings is keeping tabs on where your money goes, tracking your spending. Now, why is this so important? Well, it's like going on a diet without knowing how many calories you're consuming. You wouldn't expect to lose weight, would you? The same goes for your finances. When you start tracking your spending, it's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, you're able to see patterns and habits that you might not have noticed before. You might discover that you're spending a lot more on dining out than you thought, or that those small online purchases are really starting to add up. So how do you track your spending effectively? Well, one way is to use a budgeting app or a spreadsheet. These tools can automatically categorize your expenses, making it easy to see where your money is going. You can also set up alerts to let you know when you're nearing your budget limit in a certain category. But remember, tracking your spending isn't about making you feel guilty for every penny you spend. Instead, it's about understanding your financial habits so that you can make smarter decisions going forward. It's about gaining control over your money rather than letting your money control you. And the best part? Once you start tracking your spending, you might find that you have more money than you thought. You might discover areas where you can cut back without feeling the pinch, freeing up more money to put towards your savings. So start tracking your spending today. Keep a record of every purchase, no matter how small. Review your spending at the end of each week or month and look for areas where you can make changes. You might be surprised at what you find. When you know where your money goes, you can control its flow. After tracking your spending, you'll likely discover areas where you can cut back. And that's where the magic happens. The art of cutting unnecessary expenses is akin to trimming a bonsai tree. It requires a keen eye for detail, a bit of creativity, and a dash of discipline. Let's delve into some common areas where many people tend to overspend and how we can cut back on these. First off, we have our beloved daily caffeine fix. Yes, that $5 latte from your favorite coffee shop. It may not seem like much, but let's do the math. $5 a day, 5 days a week, for 52 weeks a year. That's a whopping $1,300 a year. Consider brewing your own coffee at home as a budget-friendly alternative. Next, we have the digital graveyard of unused subscriptions. This includes everything from that fitness app you downloaded in January and never opened again, to the magazine subscription you forgot you had. Take a moment to audit your subscriptions and cancel those you don't use. Then there's the monster called impulse buying. It's all too easy to click add to cart on that shiny new gadget or that trendy pair of shoes. But do you really need them? One way to curb this habit is to implement a 24-hour rule. If you still want the item after a day, then maybe it's worth purchasing. Lastly, let's talk about food waste. How often do you find yourself throwing away leftovers or expired products? Planning your meals ahead and buying only what you need can save you a considerable amount of money. Remember, the idea is not to deprive yourself of the things you love, but rather to make conscious, intentional decisions about your spending. Every small change adds up, and over time, these savings can significantly boost your financial health. So take a good look at your expenditures and start trimming down those unnecessary expenses. Because let's face it, every dollar saved is a dollar earned. A crucial aspect of improving your savings is building an emergency fund. Let's take a moment to visualize an emergency fund as a financial safety net, softly catching you when life's unexpected expenses try to drop you into a pit of debt. It's a buffer between you and life's unpredictable challenges, whether it's an unexpected medical bill, a sudden car repair, or an unplanned job loss. The importance of an emergency fund cannot be overstated. It's not just a stash of money tucked away, it's peace of mind. It's knowing that you have a plan, a cushion to fall back on when life throws curveballs your way. It's about ensuring that a single financial setback won't spiral into long-term economic hardship. So how do you build this safety net? It's a process that requires discipline and consistency. Start small, aiming to save up enough to cover a month's worth of expenses. Gradually, try to grow this to 3 months' worth, then 6. Some financial experts even recommend having enough to cover a year's worth of expenses. Where do you keep this fund? It should be easily accessible, but not too accessible that you're tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. A high-yield savings account or a money market account could be a good option. Building an emergency fund might seem like a daunting task, especially if you're starting from zero. But remember, even the grandest journey begins with a single step. Even saving a small amount consistently can add up over time. And once you've started, you'll find that the peace of mind it brings is worth every penny you're setting aside. An emergency fund is not just a safety net, but a stepping stone towards financial freedom. Improving your savings doesn't have to be a daunting task. It's about taking small, consistent steps towards a secure financial future. We've embarked on a journey today, laying the groundwork for a better tomorrow. We've set our financial goals, keeping in mind the importance of being specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. We've learned to track our spending, making us more aware of where our hard-earned money goes, and helping us identify areas where we can cut back. We've also discussed the importance of cutting unnecessary expenses, a crucial step in freeing up resources for savings. Finally, we've underscored the significance of building an emergency fund, a safety net that shields us from life's unexpected turns. These steps may seem small, but when combined, they create a powerful strategy for improving your savings. Remember, every small step makes a big difference. Subscribe to Online with Teresa for more financial tips, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your journey to financial freedom starts today.